Good evening and welcome to this exciting episode of Solution of Success. I'm Paula Stinnett, and tonight we have a grandiose environment with not one but three superintendents from the local school systems. We have Catoosa County, Walker County, and City of Chickamauga joining me tonight on Solutions of Success. Good evening, superintendents, and thank you for joining me this evening. First, Melody Day, let's start with you.
Okay.
And tell us about yourself.
Well, I am originally from Chattanooga. I came to Chickamauga to work in 1978, and I have been at Chickamauga City Schools all that time. So I have absolutely loved the system and spent my entire career there.
It is a beautiful, beautiful hidden jewel of the South, isn't it?
Gorgeous city.
Also joining us, Dina Reese.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Dina Reese from Catoosa County, lifelong resident of Catoosa County. I graduated from Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe High School in 1980 and have spent my entire career in the Catoosa County school system.
Wonderful. And Damon Raines.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us tonight. I'm Damon Raines. I'm in Walker County now. I'm sort of a product of Catoosa County. I worked for Miss Reese for a number of years in Catoosa County, and I've been in Walker County now as superintendent for 3 years, and really thoroughly enjoying that part of the country. I live in Catoosa County, have for about 22 years. Graduated from high school in Knoxville, Tennessee, so I'm not a native, but I've been here long enough to feel like I'm a native. So.
The school year is coming to a close, and I know this is an exciting time for the three of you, as you have numerous young people who are about to go out into the world. Tell me, Superintendent Day, how many youngsters, or should I say students, now because they're going to cross that stage into young adulthood, do you have graduating?
We have 113.
113 successful young people. Superintendent Reese?
We are looking at 761 students graduating next Friday and Saturday. The other good news is that we've had 129 students graduate because of House Bill 91. Those are the students who are receiving their diploma retroactively, so we're very proud of all of our graduates.
Isn't that wonderful? That legislation really opened the doors for some students who had been facing such extreme measures trying to obtain diploma and taking the Georgia High School graduation test repetitively.
Yes, and I want to say a very special thank you to our legislators who voted for House Bill 91. We've had some just heartwarming stories of students who have come back to receive their diplomas.
Excellent. And anytime we have success stories, we definitely want to celebrate. Superintendent Raines.
We have approximately 500 students graduating between our two high schools. We have a graduation Thursday night this week at McKenzie Arena for Ridgeland High School, and then we'll attempt to graduate on the football field Friday night. If you've looked at the forecast right now, it might be a stretch, but we're hoping for better weather at Lafayette High School on Friday night. We also, I don't have a number about the number of students that have petitioned for graduation based on the legislation, but we've had quite a few folks coming in. In fact, we had phone calls the morning after it was passed, which was an exciting event for them as well, to know that that's an option or a possibility for them. And so it's exciting to see a number of other students coming back now to get those diplomas.
We'll pray for the weather, and we'll also give thanks for those students who are receiving their diplomas now. And speaking of diplomas for students, people don't always realize the importance of education. And we are blessed in North Georgia to have such wonderful public education facilities. The cost factor for the state of Georgia for a student not graduating is much, much higher than the measures we take to keep students in school. And I know all three systems, and working with the three of you and working in Catoosa County school system prior, you go to far, far extreme measures to try to help each and every student to be successful in school. And those measures are through counseling, dual enrollment programs, work-based learning programs, programs that I probably am not even aware of now. Would you like to elaborate and share?
I think one of the things that we have done over the past few years is try to give as many opportunities to our students as possible to graduate. And we have a saying among our administrators, you almost have to fight us not to graduate, because we offer so many opportunities for students to explore their interest, and also several ways for them to meet the requirements for graduation. We opened our Catoosa Online Academy last year. We have about 171 students now enrolled in our online academy, because our students have changed over the years. We have a lot of students who have demands on their time. They are parents. They have to work to support a family. Many things that perhaps we didn't have to deal with when we were in high school. So we offer what we call blended learning now. Students have the opportunity to take classes in their high school, but they also have the opportunity to take online classes to meet those requirements. So that's one of the things that we have done to meet the needs of our students today. And we're very thankful, all three of us are very thankful for our partnerships with our local colleges, Dalton State, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, and we have partnerships with those colleges to offer students the ability to take dual enrollment and to earn college credits while they're still in high school.
Very important to be able to advance. As we spoke before, 5 years is a normal graduation from college now. So getting a head start on that is definitely an asset to all students who have those desires to go on and excel. Now, education pays through the Georgia Department of Education. You can see on your screen, viewers, that the unemployment rate, this is December 2014, the median weekly earning. Those who graduate with a bachelor's degree and higher, about $1,189 per month, that's $61,828 per year. Those with some college associate's degrees, $38,523 per year. High school graduates with no college, $33,852 per year. And those who drop out of high school, $23,764 per year is what the state of Georgia is saying would be their maximum income. It is so important that we give students that opportunity. And Superintendent Reese, the online learning, that's an exciting new concept that's coming through. And I know you also have the Performance Learning Center in Fort Oglethorpe.
The Performance Learning Center is a non-traditional high school that gives students the opportunity to recover credits if they're behind. Students who move into our system who perhaps are not on track to graduate and need to meet requirements at an excelled pace. The students at the Performance Learning Academy have the ability to work on the computer. It's a computer-based model that lets them work at their own pace, allows them to work faster or to go at their own pace if they need to work slower. But it is for the student who perhaps doesn't fit into the traditional model of a traditional high school. It's been very successful in increasing our graduation rate and giving those students an opportunity to have some personalized learning and some support so that they can look at post-secondary options.
Excellent.
I think part of that too, we talked about with Ms. Reese, and it's such a nice feeling to be in an area of the state where we have 3 superintendents that, one, work well together, and 2, have a lot of the same interests, common interests for our kids. But the overarching theme and the foundation is the relationship that you form with the child and with the students, knowing those students, getting to know their likes and their dislikes, and then trying to form those relationships, but also pair that with what are those future pathways that they can take. Working with our business partners. We have great business partners, some that we all share, others that are specific to school systems, but they are looking for students to come out of high school prepared for whatever that next step is. And so working with a Georgia Northwestern or Chattanooga State, UTC, Dalton State, those are the institutes where we're trying to forge those pathways for our kids to get them to consider what is that next step. And so I think the relationship is probably the foundational piece for any educator. Those teachers, they do a great job of that in the classroom every day, making those connections with kids and then pointing them down those pathways, giving them opportunities to see what potentially could be out there. Talking about earnings, we looked at a statistic last night during our Teacher of the Year celebration where the average earner is going to make about I think it was $1.16 million in their lifetime. So with an effective teacher, that number goes up almost $300,000 over a lifetime. Whereas an ineffective teacher, it drops $400,000. So that relationship is so key to what they're doing not only in that class of that year, but what their pathway looks like as they move forward.
Educational well-being begins long before high school, and I know we focused thus far on high school. There was a study done just a couple of years ago, the Perry Preschool Study, that students who attend preschool, kindergarten, preschool, excel. They earn on average $2,000 more per month. They graduate high school on time and never on welfare as an adult. That is so important for the kindergarten, the preschool programs, and I know each of you are very involved in education in all of these levels. What are you doing with the preschool and the elementary programs to begin students focusing on their future?
We just applied for a grant to open a transition program for our students who have not attended pre-K, because we feel like it is so important for those students to have that pre-K experience. I think we all know as moms and dads how at different levels our children can be at different times. We have so many of our students who come to school with different experiences. Some students are actually reading when they come to school. Others, we have to teach them their ABCs and their numbers. So you see the different levels that the students come to kindergarten. That pre-K experience can help level that playing field for those students so that when they actually enter kindergarten, they're ready to learn the actual kindergarten curriculum. So pre-K is essential. We have 8 pre-K programs in Catoosa County, and we have a waiting list every year. We only have 180 slots, and in those slots are always filled. Of course, we use a lottery, but there are so many students, so many parents who want those students to have that pre-K experience that we have that waiting list. But it is essential for those students to be ready to learn when they come to kindergarten.
Yes.
We have 12 pre-K classes across Walker County, and it's similar. We go with a lottery, and we typically have people on waiting lists every year. But it is vitally important to get them into the building and to begin to start creating some of those rituals and routines so that when they do walk into a kindergarten classroom, they're prepared to begin that learning process. Kindergarten now does a lot with their G-Kids, which is kind of a standards mastery type approach for a lot of different factors for students. And so it's a great transition from pre-K or even from our early find where we're looking at 3-year-old children across the state of Georgia. So just a variety of resources out there to try to find students to make sure that we're providing them with the best possible resources as they do enter the classroom. We've got a unique thing we're starting next year, which is in a kindergarten classroom. It's called Forest Kindergarten. It's a requirement, and in fact, it's going to be the only one that we know of in the United States. So we're excited about that, but it's a 3 hours requirement to be out of doors every day of class. And so we've sent out letters to some parents to see if there's an interest, and right now we've got about 20 students that are interested in doing that next year. And it just happens to be at a site that has quite a bit of outdoor learning going on now. They have about 250 acres located around the school. They've created a pathway, a walkway, a nature trail. It's got an amphitheater classroom, so there's already some things in place. So that's going to be a neat test next year to see how well those students do. And most of those kids coming into it would come from a pre-K classroom right into the kindergarten. So it'll be interesting to see how those students do as compared to kids who are going on that traditional pathway.
Well, another message about innovation in education. Excellent.
We found in Chickamauga that There are a number of great pre-K programs in our community, so therefore we do just begin with kindergarten in our school system. But we do find, as Dina said, so many children on so many different levels when they begin school. And so we have begun a program so that if, for instance, in reading, we have some that are pre-reading or reading, and some that need their alphabet. They're in different groups, and we accelerate those students who are ahead in their skill level. We also do career education beginning in kindergarten, and by the end of 5th grade, all the 5th graders do develop a career portfolio, so they are studying them every year. The entire elementary school, every grade level, will do a remediation and enrichment time every day. They call it team time. And so that is a time that if students need a little extra help, we can work with them at that time, but also if they're accelerated and need enrichment activities, during that time they'll receive that as well. So
That's
wonderful.
great. Well, you are all three definitely on the ball, preparing students and beginning when they're barely out of diapers. This is excellent. One of the things you mentioned, Superintendent Reese, were the fact, and also you, Superintendent Day, that kids enter in so many different levels. The state of Georgia has conducted a pipeline, and they're asking that all parents help to insulate the pipeline. And one of the best ways to do this is, in early childhood, read to your children every day. Read to them simple books. Think Dr. Seuss. Think some of the Dick and Jane books, and I know I'm dating myself by bringing those up, aren't I? But encourage participation of early learning centers, quality rated. In the K-12 system, leveraging partnerships with business, and I believe Superintendent Raines talked about business partners and post-secondary internships and mentoring. Volunteer, Georgia Apply to College. Pay for advanced placement exams. And I think students have opportunities to take ACT, SAT while still in high school. Are those paid the first time they take them, or?
No, what you're talking about is the AP exams, the advanced placement exams.
In the certain classes?
Yes.
Okay. And then post-secondary, provide internships, apprenticeships, help recruit candidates with the Woodrow Wilson Georgia Teaching Fellows, participate and support Go Back, Move Ahead. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Solutions of Success, featuring the superintendents of all three local North Georgia school systems. Stay tuned for some messages from people who care about your family.
Dr. Carl F. Peterson Jr. has been practicing dentistry in the Rossville area for over 30 years. He and his professional staff will gently take care of all of your general, orthodontic, and cosmetic dentistry needs. Dr. Peterson is a participating provider with most insurance companies as well as HealthSpring and Medicaid, and will gladly file your insurance. You will be greeted by his friendly staff who take pride in making sure your visit is a pleasant experience. Call and schedule your smile makeover, and don't forget to mention seeing this ad on Solutions of Success to receive a 20% discount on your visit.
At Accelerated Workflow Solutions, we provide software and training in the field of voice recognition to help make computers more accessible for both medical professionals and people with disabilities. Call us at 706-375-3007. We are the Dragon People. We are Accelerated Workflow Solutions.
Uh-oh, Dad's gonna be mad.
If you find yourself in need of an attorney, call the law offices of Robert L. Stoltz. From auto crashes to forming a corporation, attorney Robert L. Stoltz can help you through some of life's ups and downs. Call him at 858-0023 or visit his offices at 376 Cloud Springs Road, Fort Oglethorpe. Make a date every Friday and Saturday evening to go to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold to
Play bingo.
We love bingo.
It's fun for kids of all ages.
Bingo is for veterans.
Great food, lots of fun, and money to be won.
Bingo!
Bring your family and friends to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold. The Walker County Sheriff's Office supports high school graduation. Be smart. Stay in school.
For all your cell phone repair needs, many while you wait, including cracked screens, tablets, PC, and video game system repairs. In addition, trade in or trade up from your old or damaged devices for cash or credit toward one of our affordable phones through our industry-leading buy-sell trade program. Located on Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe next to the new Marshalls and Hobby Lobby, opening mid-May 2015, CPR would like to congratulate all 2015 grads. Open Monday through Friday from 10 until 7, Saturday 11 till 4, closed on Sunday. 229 Parkway Drive, Fort Oglethorpe. For all your cell phone repair needs, it's CPR. State Line Roofing and Home Improvement has been serving citizens in the tri-state area over a decade for both home and commercial construction, replacement, and repairs. Wayne Chapman has established an honorable reputation with credible references who will confirm the quality of his work. Give Wayne a call at 423-243-8590 for a free estimate consultation. State Line Roofing and Home Improvement encourages all students to invest their time in STEM programs through their local schools and colleges. Welcome back to Solutions of Success. And now we're going to talk about career preparation, and we're beginning it at an early age. In the elementary schools, career awareness, who am I? Career exploration in middle schools, where am I going? Career management in high schools, how will I get there? The Georgia Department of Education has assembled, due to House Bill 400 and House Bill 186, House Bill 713, mandates academic and career advisement, alignment with national career clusters, and development of a comprehensive K-12 career program of study. We talked about this a few moments ago, and Ms. Day, you mentioned doing these career clusters already at an early age in elementary and beginning a portfolio in 5th grade?
Yes, they have a career exploration throughout elementary school, and they do develop the portfolio in 5th grade. Then when they go to the middle school, we have an advisor-advisee program beginning there, and students are assigned a teacher advisor in the 6th grade that follows them through the 8th grade, so they keep the same one and develop that relationship that Mr. Raines was talking about. And by the end of the 8th grade, then each student has developed an individual graduation plan, and they have done a great deal more exploration during the middle school years. And also, there is a requirement before they leave middle school that they pass a technology competency test. So a lot is done in the middle grades to prepare them to make some decisions earlier, rather than in our day when students became seniors and thought, you know, this is almost over, I might need to decide what I want to do after I graduate. So we are doing a very good job, I think, of trying to prepare students and make them aware of what careers are available to them.
And one of the reasons that that has been so important is the goal is that when the student leaves 8th grade, that they do have a career in mind when they get to high school. And that's what the career pathway is all about, is choosing a focus. Instead of not necessarily taking everything that they can as far as elective, but actually deciding upon a career pathway so that they can take that cluster and if they choose perhaps culinary arts, that they have more than just one class in culinary arts. They choose drafting so that they can look at that as a focus and actually have those classes behind them before they choose a career when it's time to go to college.
And we do the same things. It sounds like it's almost redundant listening to all three of us talk. One of the things that we changed in Walker County is we created what we call in elementary school, pre-K through 5, we create a future story. We start talking to them about what their future story is, because we have a lot of kids come to us that don't have future stories. And then when they go to middle school, we begin to connect those future stories. We offer ag programs, we offer coordinate algebra, we offer physical science, which are high school credit courses in the 8th grade, so that when they leave 8th grade and go into 9th, they already have some credit, they already have made a relationship with teachers, they know sort of what's going on the campus, and they know some of those career clusters and where they're heading. And then we graduate with those future stories. So we've changed our focus a little bit, and it goes back to that relationship, is making sure you get to know that child and then find out what those likes and interests are, and then help them and guide them a little bit. Do we still have kids that change their mind when they do get to that senior year and they go, I don't think I want to? Sure, you're always going to have that, but at least they have the background knowledge of a career path that they could choose, and they have some soft skills or some skills that could take them into that, if that's where they want to choose as they go into college.
Now our students even have the opportunity, after the legislation has passed this past year, they have the opportunity to start taking classes if they have a base when they're 16. If they take a certain if they have a certain number of credits when they turn 16, then they can enroll in a technical college and actually start on their college career while they're still in high school. And so our students have the ability that if they do have that focus and the desire, that they can actually finish high school when they're 16 and start on their career path. So that's why it's so important for us to start early, helping them choose that story, so that when they get to high school, they can choose this path if they want to.
Begin their preparation. It's no wonder so many business entities are looking at North Georgia for their locations. You are all doing such a wonderful job training their workforce for them. When I do speak to businesses who come in Fort Oglethorpe, the one thing that they share a concern with me, soft skills. And Superintendent Raines, you mentioned soft skills. How are we preparing our students when they graduate to have those soft skills and be ready for the workforce?
We try to introduce them to opportunities around, not only in their area, but at different places across the state, to see what that looks like. I mean, I think of the soft skills that I gained those after I graduated. That's where life began to happen, and so you began to pick up some of those skills. But we're trying to introduce them to opportunities, and that's where our business partners come in. We, at this point, we have an engineering track that we're starting at Lafayette High School, and we're playing around with the name right now because we're working with Roper at this point. So we're thinking about that being a Roper Academy, and it guides students down that engineering pathway. There's so many facets to an engineering pathway that Roper has daily that our kids don't realize, even though it's right there in our backyard. And we do the same thing or something similar with Ridgeland High School. We have some of our kids as seniors who are interning at Georgia Tech. So we're trying to introduce them to some things where they get a glimpse of what the world looks like outside of Walker County. But the hope is always that they may return to Walker County and start a business or become a productive member of the workforce in our county and begin to see our county flourish as well.
We've actually, we ask our citizens what kinds of things that they felt that students needed to have, what kind of skills did they need to be successful in the future. And we ask our business partners those same questions, and they tell us that our students need to be able to communicate, collaborate, reason, problem solve, all those things to be able to work in a group. This past couple of months, Shaw actually sponsored a forum for our students. Our high school students and seniors were able to attend this forum at the Colonnade, and they provide the opportunity for our students to have the opportunity to work on those soft skills. How to write a resume, how to talk in an interview, how to dress, how to work in a group, how to sit at a business luncheon, know which fork to use, what kinds of conversation should happen at that kind of business lunch. And so we give those experiences to our students, but that's in conjunction with our business partners who tell us that that's so important for our students to have those. The other avenue that our students have is Future Business Leaders of America, and Skills USA. We have extracurricular activities that students can participate in. And my son was in Future Business of Leaders of America, and that's where he learned those soft skills: how to speak in front of a group, how to do a presentation, how to conduct himself in a business setting. So our students have the opportunity to actually participate in those actual experiences to help them be better prepared for that workforce.
One event that we held for the first time last year, and it was such a success, I know we will have it many more times. We held an event where our business partners came in, and I guess we had about 50 to 60 people as interviewers from different businesses in the community and locally. And the students were able to come in, and of course they had been coached on how you dress and how you act, but they actually had to go through an interview with these business people, and some were teachers, administrators, but after the interview, then they were given another 10 to 15 minutes with the interviewer so that they could be critiqued and given hints on how you could have answered this question better and how can you present yourself in the best light and not say something that might be considered a negative toward yourself during an interview. So that was very beneficial, and I know the business partners thought it was one of the best activities they'd ever been involved in with the students that would really make a difference for them. And as the older students were the ones that were involved, they will be the ones seeking those jobs. So it was just a tremendous success and very helpful to both.
Right. Mock interview skills, that is a wonderful way for actual application and for children to practice. And one of the interview tips is to make sure you practice interviewing before you actually are thrown out there in the real world interviewing with a prospective employer. As Superintendent Reese says, we offer several clubs that help students. So parents, if your student comes home and says, I want to join a club, and it's one of the following clubs, definitely support that student: DECA, FBLA, FCCLA, FFA, HOSA, Skills USA, TSA, CTI. Those that you see now on your screen are definitely wholesome, wonderful programs for your child to join and really flourish. Career clusters. Superintendent Raines, you mentioned career clusters and how important those are. The state of Georgia has established several career clusters and pathways. And let's put those on the screen so that parents at home can see those. Agriculture, food and natural resources, architecture and construction, arts, audio, visual technology and communications, business management and administration, education and training, energy systems, finance, government and public administration, health science, hospitality and tourism, human services, information technology, law, public safety, corrections and security, manufacturing, marketing, science, technology, engineering and mathematics, transportation, distribution, and logistics. Wow, the state really has defined all of these areas, and definitely these are areas that we see coming into North Georgia. The Savannah Harbor is about to be widened, and the pathway coming through North Georgia is going to be filled with business entities who are going to need employees. Each of the school systems focus on some of these, not all of these. And we spoke earlier, how do you decide which pathways are offered in your high schools?
One thing that we do is each year we get a report called My College Options, and it gives us a breakdown of demographic information of our last graduating class. And by tracking that, you can see which fields that your students actually enter. And so we had about 1/3 of our student body was going into some facet of the medical field. So we worked toward adding the health science pathway to our school, and so we began that this year. It's actually our first year with it, and we are thrilled to add it to our curriculum. It is, we're working on scheduling for next year, and the request for that coursework has doubled, so it is already really catching on, and so many of our students are taking the courses and hopefully will pursue that even past their high school time and major in like I say, some doctors and some not, but many facets in that field that they go into.
One of the things that we all do is survey our students to ask them what their interests are and what they would like to see offered at their high school. But one of the things that you mentioned is we can't offer all of them, but we can partner with a secondary option for our students. And one of the areas that I'm excited about partnering with Georgia Northwestern, because we are going to have that campus here in Catoosa County, is the logistics. You mentioned the Savannah Harbor expanding, but that is an area of demand, and I'm excited that we're going to be able to partner with Georgia Northwestern and offer that to our students without actually having the expense of incorporating it into our high school. So I see that as a win-win for Catoosa, and especially here in our area with the trucking industry.
And Walker County is an agricultural community, and it's the #1 business in the state of Georgia. So we are working with our young farmers, with our FFA program, and we're pairing that with some of our science, technology, engineering, and math. We're trying to get away from the STEM verbiage. It's a buzzword right now, and we're trying to integrate that across the curriculum, and so that they're doing things that are science, math, technology related, but it's woven into English language arts, into your languages. So you see that cross-curricular connection. And we're utilizing the folks in our community to talk about what does farming look like in the future. It's obviously going to continue to be there, but it's changing. It's not the way it used to be. There's some things now with technology that are happening that make not farming easier, but it makes it more efficient and more productive. And so we're trying to look at our community and find out, okay, what do we need just in Walker County that will offer future employment for our students, as well as what are those top 20 jobs that maybe aren't even created at this point that are going to be out there. And we know that the STEM field is where those jobs are going to be. So we're trying to offer kind of a mixture of things because the interest level for our students varies. We have some students who their parents are farm owners. They're land owners. They've been here for generations, and we want to support that. But we also want to support that student who sees themselves going off to a school like a Georgia Tech or a University of Georgia, anything that's it's offered in our area to get some additional training. And some of the fields that the other superintendents mentioned are becoming more and more popular. Tool and die at Roper, they're seeing their largest percentage of their workforce that's at retirement age within the next 5 years. So we're partnering with them to determine what does that look like for our kids. Can they walk in the door ready-made as a workforce to go to work for those folks as they retire? So kind of reaching out into the community to find out what is the need around us and how can we help fulfill that.
Well, I love the way the three of you talked about how innovative our school systems are. We're not antiquated at all. You're constantly renewing and developing new classes, new methods of teaching, and new methods of engaging the youth in our society, preparing them for successful futures. Thank you for what you do. It's very impressive. Let's go back to dual enrollments. State of Georgia allows English language arts, math, science, social studies, career technical and agricultural education and modern language, health and physical education, electives for units that current Georgia graduation rule for students entering 9th grade, this is 2008, 9 and beyond, areas of study that they can do dual enrollment and send on. You mentioned Georgia Northwestern and, of course, Catoosa County's new campus. Obviously, the career technical colleges are booming. Georgia Northwestern now has 5 campuses all around the North Georgia area, and they are all full. My son will be going there starting in the fall. We are preparing these kids to go forward, but we're also bringing the college into the classroom on the high school locations. How does this help our students so that they're not shy or afraid about going to a college?
One of the things that we've worked on this year is to increase the number of teachers that we have in our county to be certified to teach the dual enrollment classes. So not only are we working with Georgia Northwestern for our students to attend classes on their campus, but our teachers are becoming certified to teach those classes that you just mentioned at our high schools, so that our students have the opportunity to have a college class behind them before they set foot on the college campus. And so in our strategic plan, one of our goals is to increase that number. We have about 16 teachers right now who are looking into the certification and who have signed up for it. So that's exciting because our students then have the opportunity to experience what a college level class would be like. Gives them the confidence to step on that campus and to be successful.
And we're doing something similar with having our teachers do that as well. We have Georgia Northwestern on campus at both of our high schools, typically teaching the English and the math portions that students wouldn't have to take once they go onto the campus. But the other thing we've introduced this year is taking our students to their campus. And it goes back to what Ms. Reese said earlier. A lot of times capital dollars aren't there to build a facility that would have robotics or would have circuitry and coding. Whereas somewhere at Georgia Northwestern, they have that in place and they have a pathway already there. They're giving us that opportunity. If we can come up with the interest level with a number of students, then we take them to that campus and they have those classes there on campus. So that's kind of an expanded role that we've looked at over the past few years just because of budgetary reasons and not wanting to build something that already exists within our county that's really right in the middle of Walker County and is easy access for both of our high schools. So that's another avenue that we've kind of looked at over the past couple of years. And again, I go back to a Roper and a Beaulieu and a Shaw and some of the companies that we work with in our community. They're offering our students to come in there kind of on a work-based learning type environment and get some on-the-job experience and those soft skills that they're talking about. Prior to being an employee. So it really ends up being a win-win for the student and for the local business. Nothing makes me any happier to see kids that graduate from our high school that go in as a sophomore in college because of the number of credits they've achieved while they've been on our campuses. So that's giving our student that additional advantage, and really there's an advantage there for mom and dad because they're going without having to pay for that while they're in high school. So there's a couple of really good advantages I think you can market to your parents, especially to let them know we're not only trying to produce a student that is well prepared and walks in the door with some credit behind them, but it's also financially a better solution for them as well.
Our dual enrollment program started 3 years ago, and we've more than doubled what we are offering because we wanted to transition to that very slowly so that we wouldn't overwhelm the students too quickly. They have found that they are successful in the classes because they do have to meet a certain test requirement to be able to take the courses. And so they have the academic ability, but it also takes a good work ethic and you can have all the intelligence in the world, but if you are not self-disciplined enough to do the work, it could be a very sticky situation because you're looking for dual credit. Not only are you getting that college credit, but you're getting the high school credit as well. So that's one thing we want people to know before their children go into the program. We have had tremendous success. The students are capable and able. It's built their confidence. Now they're taking 2 and 3 and 4. And the students are able to get easily a year of college now, and we plan to expand that in the future. So I think it's very easily we can say that students can leave high school with 1.5 years to 2 years of their college already done. And not only does that save parents money and get students on their way quicker, but what I like about it is the students that are social and that don't want to miss out on the high school experience of the proms and the pep rallies and the things like that. They get the best of both worlds if they're academically able to do that. They're still at high school with all their friends and their activities, but they're taking college courses and not missing out on anything. So that also, I think, being in their home environment of their school with their teachers around, that gives them that confidence as well and makes them feel like they can do it. And if they do need a little extra help, those teachers are there for that. So we offer them face-to-face whenever we can, but we also have some that are online, and that has worked just as well.
What a blessing to not only the parents, the students, our society here, but also business entities that are coming into this area, having students who are already prepared and ready to go into the workplace. Stay tuned for more Solutions of Success. And now a word from sponsors who care about you and your family.
Dr. Carl F. Peterson Jr. has been practicing dentistry in the Rossville area for over 30 years. He and his professional staff will gently take care of all of your general, orthodontic, and cosmetic dentistry needs. Dr. Peterson is a participating provider with most insurance companies as well as HealthSpring and Medicaid and will gladly file your insurance. He will be greeted by his friendly staff who take pride in making sure your visit is a pleasant experience. Call and schedule your smile makeover, and don't forget to mention seeing this ad on Solutions of Success to receive a 20% discount on your visit.
At Accelerated Workflow Solutions, we provide software and training in the field of voice recognition to help make computers more accessible for both medical professionals and people with disabilities. Call us at 706-375-3007. We are the Dragon People. We are Accelerated Workflow Solutions.
Uh-oh, Dad's gonna be mad.
If you find yourself in need of an attorney, call the law offices of Robert L. Stoltz. From auto crashes to forming a corporation, attorney Robert L. Stoltz can help you through some of life's ups and downs. Call him at 858-0023 or visit his offices at 376 Cloud Springs Road, Fort Oglethorpe. Make a date every Friday and Saturday evening to go to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold to
play bingo.
We love bingo.
It's fun for kids of all ages.
Bingo is for veterans.
Great food, lots of fun, and money to be won.
Bingo!
Bring your family and friends to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold. The Walker County Sheriff's Office supports high school graduation. Be smart. Stay in school.
For all your cell phone repair needs, many while you wait, including cracked screens, tablets, PC, and video game system repairs. In addition, trade in or trade up from your old or damaged devices for cash or credit toward one of our affordable phones through our industry-leading buy-sell trade program. Located on Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe next to the new Marshalls and Hobby Lobby, opening mid-May 2015, CPR would like to congratulate all 2015 grads. Open Monday through Friday from 10 until 7, Saturday 11 till 4, closed on Sunday. 229 Parkway Drive, Fort Oglethorpe. For all your cell phone repair needs, it's CPR. State Line Roofing and Home Improvement has been serving citizens in the tri-state area over a decade for both home and commercial construction, replacement, and repairs. Wayne Chapman has established an honorable reputation with credible references who will confirm the quality of his work. Give Wayne a call at 423-243-8590 for a free estimate consultation. State Line Roofing and Home Improvement encourages all students to invest their time in STEM programs through their local schools and colleges. Thank you for staying tuned to this episode of Solutions of Success, featuring our 3 superintendents from wonderful school systems here in the North Georgia area. And now we're going to talk about a really great program that gets the students out into your business. Work-based learning, youth apprenticeship, internship, cooperative education, and employability skills development. What are these things, and why should our business be interested?
They're wonderful programs that not only give businesses young students who can come in and learn the basic skills there in their own business, but also gives the student the opportunity to have that experience in the workforce. And many times when we pair our students with businesses, it's along their interest lines of something they think they might want to have a future career in. And whether they have a successful experience, for instance, I have had students that want to be a veterinarian, and that just is their lifelong goal. But once they've gone in and worked in a veterinarian's office and realized how much work it is and everything involved, they've decided, I don't know that I want to do that. And we even consider that a positive experience, because there could be nothing worse than going toward that career goal and taking coursework and passing that and not actually being in the setting, and then realizing later that they didn't really like that. So I think it's a very positive program, and again, the workforce that the businesses get, they train themselves the way they want them trained. So that's a very big plus for businesses.
Absolutely.
Well, not only, as Melody said, that gives the student the opportunity to find out what they don't want to do. Sometimes it is exactly what they want to do for their career. And we have paired them up with a company that they see a future in, and could be a place where they stay. After college, if they have an internship in a particular company, once they get their degree, those employers have the opportunity then to hire someone that they know has a good work ethic and has put the time in and understands the industry. It's a win-win for everyone. One of the best things that we do is have our education students go into our own schools and actually participate in activities within the classroom. And they sometimes find the career that they want.
And it goes back to those opportunities, just giving them the ability to try something, to do something. I mean, we budget at my office for someone to work out in the front office. We also budget for someone to work in our transportation department to begin to look and learn logistics. So we try to make a commitment from our level, from the central level, that says this is important. We want you to have the opportunity. We want you to have a good experience, and eliminate some of those decisions in the future. I didn't really want to do that, but I took these classes. So it gives them an idea of what that looks like. Plus, they're developing those soft skills that we always hear about in a setting where they feel comfortable. It's safe, but it's something that they are learning from. So it's a great program. All of those programs that you mentioned are good for our kids and just give them additional opportunities.
Now, these programs are geared towards senior students. They can go to work in the morning and join high school later, or leave high school early and go to employment. Is that correct?
That's correct. Most of the students attend 2 classes in the morning at their high school and then leave at lunchtime to go to their job.
Excellent.
I think the minimum requirement is that they must work 15 hours per week.
15 hours per week, which is plenty when you're talking still in school and needing study time and test preparation time. 15 hours per week, and it gives the student benefits as well as the employer. So definitely employers need to consider calling our high schools and talking with the work-based learning instructor.
I think one of the great things about this area is that all of the North Georgia school systems are committed to preparing a premier workforce for our communities, and we have a commitment to doing that. And so fortunately, we all work together to make that happen. There are no just one program here, one program here. We work in a partnership to make sure that all of our students have these opportunities, because they're not just our students. These are all the students that are going to be taking care of us in the future. They're going to be working at the hospital, at Hutchinson, in the companies here in Catoosa, taking care of all of us one day and providing services to us one day. So we're very committed to working together to make sure that our students have the best opportunities possible.
I love it that we have this tag team school system in both the counties. Excellent job, superintendents. Thank you for joining me this evening. I have learned so much, and I know our audience has learned so much about the school systems and workforces. If you are considering North Georgia to locate your business, you definitely have an advantage with the school system located herein. Call your Georgia Department of Labor, Georgia Department of Education, and find out information about the wonderful part of Region 1 located in North Georgia. As always, God bless America, and it's a great day to be in North Georgia.
Dr. Carl F. Peterson Jr. has been practicing dentistry in the Rossville area for over 30 years. He and his professional staff will gently take care of all of your general, orthodontic, and cosmetic dentistry needs. Dr. Peterson is a participating provider with most insurance companies as well as HealthSpring and Medicaid and will gladly file your insurance. He will be greeted by his friendly staff who take pride in making sure your visit is a pleasant experience. Call and schedule your smile makeover, and don't forget to mention seeing this ad on Solutions of Success to receive a 20% discount on your visit.
At Accelerated Workflow Solutions, we provide software and training in the field of voice recognition to help make computers more accessible for both medical professionals and people with disabilities. Call us at 706-375-3007. We are the Dragon People. We are Accelerated Workflow Solutions.
Uh-oh, Dad's gonna be mad.
If you find yourself in need of an attorney, call the law offices of Robert L. Stoltz. From auto crashes to forming a corporation, attorney Robert L. Stoltz can help you through some of life's ups and downs. Call him at 858-0023 or visit his offices at 376 Cloud Springs Road, Fort Oglethorpe. Make a date every Friday and Saturday evening to go to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold to
play bingo.
We love bingo.
It's fun for kids of all ages.
Bingo is for veterans.
Great food, lots of fun, and money to be won.
Bingo!
Bring your family and friends to the American Legion Post 40 in Ringgold. The Walker County Sheriff's Office supports high school graduation. Be smart. Stay in school.
For all your cell phone repair needs, many while you wait, including cracked screens, tablets, PC, and video game system repairs. In addition, trade in or trade up from your old or damaged devices for cash or credit toward one of our affordable phones through our industry-leading buy-sell trade program. Located on Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe next to the new Marshalls and Hobby Lobby, opening mid-May 2015, CPR would like to congratulate all 2015 grads. Open Monday through Friday from 10 until 7, Saturday 11 till 4, closed on Sunday. 229 Parkway Drive, Fort Oglethorpe. For all your cell phone repair needs, it's CPR. State Line Roofing and Home Improvement has been serving citizens in the tri-state area over a decade for both home and commercial construction, replacement, and repairs. Wayne Chapman has established an honorable reputation with credible references who will confirm the quality of his work. Give Wayne a call at 423-243-8590 for a free estimate consultation. State Line Roofing and Home Improvement encourages all students to invest their time in STEM programs through their local schools and colleges.